Hello.
Hello, Barry.
Oh, hey,
Hello.
Josh. How are
How
you,
are
mate?
you? Good.
That's good. Bless you on this day. The gods put the sun in the sky again for us today.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Um,
pretty resilient like that, much like myself.
much like yourself. How are you going? I think I got an email
Yeah,
um, that said that you got a bit of an extension to your stay there.
yeah. I'll give you the update if you haven't got it. So
Yep, go
they
for
all
it.
they all scrambled at the last minute, and they said they're going to give me accommodation till next Wednesday, which has
hmm
obviously gone past um, the eviction notice that the public guardian served on NDIS and Danny Metzali. They couldn't have forced me onto the street, of course. So I've got till next Wednesday, but then the same situation happens again. But Suki called me yesterday with Courtney, and they're gonna try and get me into a place in Sydney in either one of two locations. So they've got a couple of options. One I think's they're still shared accommodation, but at least it's in Sydney, you know.
hmm
And Crystal can come with me, of course. And that's really the last I heard. Courtney said she would send me through some pictures of it on email, but she hasn't done that. And Suki's been just as corrupt as always, really. So, uh, but it was a good relief, you know, that I got the message in the morning yesterday, and I wasn't going to be forced out or forced into hospital, not because I'm sick, but just as a because I got nowhere to go, which is a bad indictment on the people caring for me, you know. But look, I'm really happy today. I'm just lying here and chilling out. I gave Phil a call, and we'll just have to wait and see if they come through with the goods, I guess. Um,
Excellent. No, that's way better news than even I was expecting. I knew you got the stay of, I won't say execution, but the stay of eviction. And I thought maybe that was just because someone had realised it's probably not legal to just kick someone out with 2 days' notice.
yeah. Well,
Um,
it's not.
I don't know if it is legal or not, but I suspect you probably have some tenancy rights and they can't do that. And I
Well, I
know that
got
Philip had said,
yeah. Go.
Philip, your guardian, I know there was an email trail where Philip had basically said, can we please extend this because he didn't give a reason. He just said, look, can we please extend this?
Yeah.
Um, and I suspect any complaints sent through from your support workers saying, giving him 2 days' notice is not fair, might have had an impact. But
Yeah.
in any case, whatever the reason, good.
I'm
But
still
it's
here,
also
still
really good that,
queer, and still drinking beer, but there's no beer.
yeah. But also really good that Courtney um, is still looking at options for you. So that I'm actually kind of surprised about that, but pleasantly surprised. So
Yeah.
I'll take a pleasant surprise any day. So
Yeah. Well, I'm
sounds
accepting
really
good
good.
news from anywhere it's coming, you know. but
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
I just wanted to say that you know, that whole terrorist threat thing that was just basically a play on words to bring justice to my situation and to my plight. Like if the police came to the door and they didn't arrest me, and if I went to the mental health unit and you decided that I wasn't a risk to myself or anyone else, which was true, and you both agencies have let me go, they can hardly use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I knew was exactly what it was. That's what I knew it was,
Yeah.
and I reported that back to your accommodation when they said, please explain why you've sent him back. I said because this was just
Why did they ask that?
uh,
Why did they send
yeah,
me back?
they asked me for a please explain why you sent him back, and I said, well, because he's not presenting with particular evidence of risk to others or mental illness, and this is this was him rattling the cage and trying to get attention to the contents of the email, not actually making a real threat.
Yeah.
Um, so, and that was my conclusion, and I've told them that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Thanks for sticking
now,
up for me.
as I said, though, they're an organisation, and an organisation is going to react to the words on the page, not the intent behind the words on the page, and that's what you get. But yes, I did send them that.
Oh, so they were expecting me to say, because they were really surprised when you dropped me off. I walked in the door and they looked at me as if to say, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah, yeah.
But in the
Um,
past, it's been this is a cookie cutter exercise where other providers have um, sent me to hospital out of my pure desperation of reacting against it, and then they put me in hospital, wipe the floor, and then the hospital has to find a place for me to go with the last provider
okay, yeah.
tearing up the contract. Like this
Maybe,
has happened numerous times.
maybe they were expecting that as well. That we'd have you in hospital and they'd be able to exit, and we'd be stuck holding the ball trying to work out where you'd go.
Yeah,
Um, which is not particularly fair on you or fair on the hospital system.
yeah,
But that didn't happen because I looked at you and went, no, this is just Baron Dodger being Baron Dodger.
yeah,
He's fine. You can
yeah.
go
Just
home.
this
There was no,
quirky,
there
outrageous
was no,
person who writes lots of emails and
there was no therapeutic benefit. Like when I put people into hospital, I do it because they're a risk to themselves or others, or
yeah,
there's some therapeutic benefit to going into hospital.
yeah,
And there was no risk and there was no therapeutic benefit.
yeah.
So,
Well, the
and with
staff have been
joy,
really good here because they said, because I was really panicky because, I mean, this conspiracy has teeth. They can get away with a lot. And but the staff here said, look, if the police come here and want to move you on or something like that, if it came to that, they said it's our job to look after you, and if you've got nowhere to go, we can't let you go. So I had all the staff here backing me to not go,
all
kind
the
of thing.
staff kind of rallied behind you.
Well, they
Yeah.
rallied behind me, and I think that was fed back to Courtney, and so they knew they could kind of just whisk me off somewhere. And the other thing is, I got my mum to ring the Guardian, and so even though they've betrayed me, like she rang them up, and they had us talk to her, and they said they're trying to find something. Um,
Hmm.
what else? Uh, I said to Suki Tier because Suki was really nasty. She when she told me on the phone that I was going to be evicted, she also told, and for all those emails you send, I'm going to charge you double.
Yeah. No, I've quoted that in my documentation.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I had witnesses here
Um,
to that, and she denied it. And the thing is, there's no paperwork whatsoever for the eviction. That's the first thing, and there's no order by any agency or anything that appoints Suki to my care. So she came into my
mm,
life before the guardianship thing was signed, but she's just stayed there on the duration of
yeah.
an
I mean,
assassination attempt and its cover up, and she's still there, and I just can't believe it.
without going into the assassination attempt thing and without any conspiracy stuff,
Yeah,
regardless, if she's at the stage where she's burned out enough by a client that she's no longer communicating respectfully to them, she
no,
should move on.
yeah, yeah, I think so too.
Um, it's as simple as that. If you're getting paid good money to work with a client, if you
Yeah,
can't communicate respectfully to that client while you're getting paid good money to do it, it's your job.
yeah,
You should move on. It's as simple
yeah.
as that.
And in the first
And
week of the plan, she invoiced $11,000 for herself out of the support coordination. She paid herself $11,000 because she's appointed also the plan manager who processed the money. She's appointed it herself, and it's in Western Australia where she is. So obviously she knows them, and it's all
yeah,
folding in on itself. She's just being paid to sustain this corruption.
yeah.
But look, if
Um,
maybe moving forward, if we could get a message to Courtney and just say, well, where are these houses? Like, can I see pictures of them? Can I have the names of the companies so I can follow up? And in addition to them not having an actual document to say I have to leave here, which has just never been presented to anyone, um, Suki's also blocked a provider that was willing to work with me and had a 4-bedroom house ready for me to move to, but she's provided no evidence of her rejecting him or the reasons why. So there's no documentation about that either. So in actual fact, I called up legal aid, and I was very polite, and they managed to get me an appointment on the 24th. And
okay.
there's two aspects to it. There's the first thing of removing Suki from my care and the eviction. That's the one thing. But the other thing that they spliced off this is when I originally contacted email a couple of weeks ago, this guy Peter sent me the forms to appeal the guardianship order. And so when I go back there this time, I think I might continue with that trajectory and then try and get legal aid's help in order to get me off the order so I can have my freedom back and I can go with whatever provider I want, you know. And then I'd have
Yeah,
my life back and my pension back and my money back and everything. So I think that might be the way I'm going to treat the meeting with the solicitor, which is on the 24th. So, but by then I might have potentially moved to Sydney to one of these places, and I don't know. And I'm considering that this move will just yet be another stepping stone in order to get me to the house I want by
yeah,
myself. You know. So it's just it seems to be a model of things that always fall short of giving me what I want, and not with any validation or documentation to support what they're doing. So I hope to just get off the guardianship altogether, you know.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's the update. But maybe today, if you could um, have it. I know it's well. I'm not in your. Well, I'm kind of in your catchment, but I'm not in your care or whatever. I'm under an order, I guess. But if you could just gently nudge Courtney to reveal where these locations are and the companies, so I can have a bit of a feeling of when that might happen. From what I understand, it might happen
oh,
within the next week because they've given me an end date, you know. Because if they don't
yeah.
move me, they'll be forced with the same set of circumstances, you know.
I certainly haven't been kept in the loop as far as that goes, but I'll check to see if Donna is the one that attended the meeting when I wasn't able to. I'll
Oh,
see if
okay,
Donna
yeah.
has
Donna
received
was
any
nice.
emails about that.
Donna was nice.
And if Donna hasn't, I'll send them an email just saying, hey, can you keep me in the loop about accommodation
Yeah, because you'll have to know my address in order
options
to
for today?
handball me to the mental health sector down there, you know. So that's you'll have to know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
So
will. But also, I just because I'm probably in contact with you more than they are. It's just nice for me to be in the loop, so I can help keep you in the loop. And
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm grateful for your support, and I'm grateful I reached out and got you on board and Phil on board and said g'day that day because he's been really instrumental in this situation. And I'm just trying to use the system in the way it was supposed to be used because everyone can act within their remit to like you're doing and get me to my next place, you know. But it's clear that Danny Metzelli don't want me as a client, and I don't want them. So it'll be a relief to go to at least to a stepping stone place and be
yeah,
engaged with a new company and situation. You know,
yeah.
does that make sense? Yeah. So
All right. Well, no, I'm not going to say anything. Otherwise, just yeah, no. Good to hear some good news.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's all good news, and I
Thanks
think
very much for calling
yeah,
and
that's
letting
all
me
right.
know, and I'll get them to Courtney and
Yeah, and just if they can reveal the places or what the timeline might
yeah,
look like, because I've rang her again after they rang me and said they were going to email all the stuff across, but there's just again radio silence again, like no
yeah.
one's
Sorry,
answering. You know.
Darren. The
Oh,
phone kept
oh, sorry.
cutting out
Yeah,
a bit
it's
there.
just radio silence. Like I called Courtney, and but there's no one getting back to me. So maybe if we could all just give them a nudge, I might be able to get on my way sooner than later.
Yeah, I can give them a gentle nudge. That's fine.
Yep.
I can
Okay.
help with
Well,
that.
thanks, Josh.
All good, mate.
Thanks,
All
Josh.
good.
Well, have a good day. Bless you, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. If you have any
Will do.
news, just give us a call.
I'll let you know when I know.
Okay. Thanks, mate. Bye.
Good on you, Darren.